Hello all of you, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to study Moments book, class 9th, chapter name The Lost Child. This chapter is written by Mulk Raj Anand. So, first of all, we will talk about a writer. Mr. Mulk Raj Anand was an Indian writer in English, notable for his depiction of the lives of the poorer caste in traditional Indian society. He was an Indian and he was a famous writer. Now we will continue our chapter. A child goes to a fair with his parents. He is happy and excited and wants to the sweets and toys displayed there. A child went in a fair with his parents. He was very happy and so excited, and he wants the sweets and toys which were displayed there. So he told to his parents, buy toys for me and I need some sweets also. But his parents did not buy anything for little child. Why then does he refuse when someone else offer them to him? When some other person offer him toys and sweet, that time the little child refused to take them. It was the festival of spring. From the wintry sets of narrow Lance and Alice emerged a gaily clad humanity. A word Alice means a narrow passageway between or behind buildings. Here the spring means already we know the season of the year between winter and summer, when the weather gets warmer and plants begin to grow. Okay. And here the word clad means dress, wearing a particular type of clothing. Okay. It was the season of spring. The people of the village came out of their houses in colorful attire. Attire means clothes, and walked towards the fair. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. One little boy ran between his father's leg, brimming over with life and laughter. Some people were walking and some other were sitting on a horse or riding on a horse, and others sat and some being carried in bamboo, and some other people were sitting in bullock carts. One little boy ran between his father's leg, and here is a boy, he was running between his father's leg, brimming over with life and laughter. The little boy was so happy because he was going to fair with his parents. Come, child, come, called his parents as he lagged behind, fascinated by the toys in the shops that lined the way. Lagged behind means was left behind. Okay, and the word fascinated means attracted to, and lined by the way, here that were set up along the way. The child was attracted to the toys which were displayed at the various stalls, as he would be left behind. His parents would call him to come with them, but he was still watching the toys and still he is looking them. His parents would call him to come with them. He hurried towards his parents, his feet obedient to their call, his eyes still lingering on the receding toys as he came to where they had stopped to wait for him. The word lingering means lasting for a long time, and word receding means left behind as he walked ahead. He could not suppress the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the old cold star of refusal in their eyes. The child was obedient and would walk towards them on being called, but his eyes would keep on looking at the toys. Okay, and that he wanted. As he reached them, he could not control his desire to buy a toy. He was familiar to the reaction that they would give. He knew that they would stare him, indicating denial to buy him the toy. The child knew the emotionless way in which they would stare at him. I want that toy, he pleaded. Here, the child was unable to control his desire any longer. He said that he wanted to buy the toy. His father looked at him red-eyed in his familiar tyrant's way. The word tyrant means a cruel and oppressive ruler. The father's eyes grew red with anger. He looked at the child just like a cruel ruler who was trying to oppress him. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, was tender and giving him her finger to hold, said, "Look, child, what is before you." The word melted means became tender and loving. So here the mother became emotional due to the cheerful mood. Lovingly she gave her finger to the child to hold and guided him to a place. She asked him to see what was in front of him. It was a flowering mustard field, pale like melting gold, as it swept across miles and miles of even land. The word pale means dull or colorless. There was a vast field full of bright yellow colored mustard flowers. They seemed like flowing streams of gold and were widespread. A group of dragon flies were whistling about their gaudy purple wings. Here the word dragon means a large animal with wings which can breathe fire. Here the word gaudy means very bright or decorated and therefore unpleasant. Intercepting the flight of a lone black bee or butterfly in search of sweetness from the flowers. The word intercepting means to stop or catch somebody. A group of dragonflies, black bee and butterflies buzzed around, sucking the nectar from the flowers. The child followed them in the air with his gaze. The word gaze means to look steadily for a long time, till one of them would still its wings and rest and he would try to catch it. The child looked at them as they flew around. When one of them sat somewhere, he tried to catch them, but the tiny creatures would fly away the next instant. But it would go fluttering, flapping up into the air. The word fluttering means to move or make something move quickly and lightly, and the word flapping means to move something up and down or from side to side, especially in the wind. When he had almost caught it in his hands, here the boy was running behind the butterflies, and the butterflies move up and down from side to side. When he had almost caught it in his hands, then his mother gave a cautionary call. The word cautionary means giving a warning. Come, child, come on to the footpath. When he was catching the butterflies and he was running behind the butterflies, that time his mother called him, come on to the footpath. He ran towards his parents gaily and walked abreast of them for a while, being, however, soon left behind, attracted by the little insects and worms along the footpath that were teeming out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshine. Here the word gaily means happy or cheerfully, and the word abreast means next to or level with somebody, something, and going to the same direction. The child ran towards his parents. He walked next to them, but after few steps he stopped to see the insects who were coming out of the soil. Once again the child was left behind, because the child was watching little insects and worms, and he was attracted by the little insects and worms along the footpath. Come, child, come, his parents called from the shade of a grove where they had seated themselves on the edge of a well. He ran towards them. The word grove means a small group of trees, especially one of a particular. The parents called him. They sat next to a well under the shady trees. The child once again ran and joined his parents. His parents was sitting near a well. Then boy ran to join his parents. A shower of young flowers fell upon the child as he entered the grove. Here the word grove means a small group of trees, especially of one particular. And forgetting his parents, he began to gather the raining petals in his hands. The word petals means one of the thin, soft, colored parts of a flower. But word loo means used to draw attention to an interesting or amazing event. He heard the cooing of doves and ran towards his parents, shouting, "The dove, the dove!" The raining petals dropped from his forgotten hands. When the child entered the shady forested area, he was welcomed by a shower of flowers. He forgot his parents and started collecting the petals that had fallen. Just then he heard the cooing of doves and was excited to see them. He started chasing the birds, and in the process the petals fell from his hands. Which petals he have collected in his hand, that petals fell down. It means that the boys got attracted towards the next thing. He forgot what he had been doing earlier. Come, child, come, they called to the child, who had now gone running in wild capers around the banyan tree. The word capers means skip or dance about in a lovely or playful way. And gathering him up, they took the narrow, winding footpath which led to the fair through the mustard fields. The word winding means with bends or curves in it. The parents called the child, who was running and playing around a banyan tree. They lifted him and walked down a narrow, twisting lane through which they crossed the mustard fields and reached the fair. As they neared the village, the child could see many other footpaths full of throngs converging to the whirlpool of the fair. A word throngs means a large crowd of people. The word converging means gathering. As they were about to reach the fair, the child saw huge crowds of the people walking from all directions towards the fair. The dense crowd scared him. He stepped back for a while, but the next moment he got attracted to the mind-boggling crowd of humanity. A sweetmeat seller hawked gulab jamun, rasgulla, barfi, jalebi at the corner of the entrance, and a crowd pressed around his counter at the foot of an architecture of many colored sweets. At the entrance of the fair, to one corner, a sweetmeat seller had set up a shop. He was selling various sweets like gulab jamun, rasgulla, barfi, and jalebi, decorated with the leaves of silver and gold. The sweets were displayed at different heights and were covered with the foils of gold and silver. The child stared open-eyed, and his mouth watered for the barfi that was his favorite sweet. The boy's mouth watered when he sighted his favorite barfi. "I want that barfi," he slowly murmured, but he half knew as he begged that his pay would not be heeded because his parents would say he was greedy. He expressed his desire to get one in a low voice because he knew that his request would be refuted by his parents. They would say that he was greedy for the barfi. So, without waiting for an answer, he moved on. As he did not expect that his demand would be fulfilled, he walked further. Remaining portion we will see in next video. Okay, bye. Then see you in the next video.